Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to today's episode of 219 GreenConnect, where we explore topics about the environment and green living in Northwest Indiana. For past show archives, news, and upcoming events, you can check out our website at 219greenconnect.com or connect with us on Facebook or Twitter. Our ID on both Facebook and Twitter is 219 GreenConnect. You can also subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. I'm guest host and natural health advocate Emily Russell, and with me today I have Renee Kimberling. Renee is a board-certified naturopath and practices at the Healing Arts Center in Valparaiso. Renee has had a long career as a health professional and is passionate about natural health and wellness. We're talking today about some of the services offered at Healing Arts, such as NAET, which is a form of allergy elimination, and the Rossiter system, which is for pain relief, just to name a few of the services that are there. Hi, Renee, and thanks for joining us today.
Hi, good morning. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year, too. Well, thanks for being with us. So to start, I mentioned that you're a naturopath, and some of the people listening might not exactly know what that is. Can you explain a little bit about what a naturopath is?
Oh, sure. A naturopath is a natural health practitioner. So we treat people using no medications and employ a variety of alternative therapies. But the therapies are all geared at bringing the body into balance and restoring health naturally.
So when you mention therapies, what sort of therapies do you use at your clinic?
We do several. We do the two that you mentioned, the NAET Allergy Elimination. We have the Rossiter system for very fast pain relief. We also do clinical massage. We do reflexology. We do foot ionizer detoxification. We have a chiropractor and an acupuncturist, so there's just a whole variety to choose from.
Well, that's wonderful, and that you guys offer such a variety there. And so we'll go into detail more later about a couple of those different therapies. But a lot of people, you're a natural health professional. Do you oppose traditional Western medicine, or how do those work together or against each other?
Oh, no, we definitely do not oppose Western medicine. We work with traditional medicine to help meet, the needs of our clients. Nothing that we do would have a negative impact on traditional therapies. So we complement traditional therapies to help people feel better quicker, basically, and maintain their health and well-being. There is definitely a time and place for traditional medical intervention.
I like that idea. I heard someone gave a wonderful quote about being the captain of your own ship, and that your health is so important, and it's great to go down a variety of avenues if maybe one isn't working for you, and your center has so many different ones to offer for people to try.
Absolutely, I agree.
So tell me a little bit more about Healing Arts Center.
Well, in establishing Healing Arts Center, my goal was to bring a variety of qualified alternative health specialists together in one clinic to enable clients to have real options in alternative care. And we collaborate together as a team to most effectively help our clients. We offer the services I mentioned before, and in order to help clients choose which of these therapies might work best for them, I offer everyone a free half-hour consult where they can come and tell me about their individual situations, and then together we can decide which therapy or therapies might be most appropriate for their current needs.
Oh, no, that's wonderful. So now you guys are located in Valparaiso, correct?
We are.
And you recently moved?
Yes, we did. We had our clinic in Hebron for a couple of years, and then we moved out to Valparaiso. We are currently just north of the Target shopping complex. The address is 2307 LaPorte Avenue, and it's easy access right off 49, so it's very convenient for a lot of people. Okay.
And now, for people looking for these alternative therapies, do you work with adults or children or both?
We do. We work with both children and adults, and it comes out to be about 50-50, I think. We've cared for newborns with colic, for example, up to the very elderly and infirm, particularly with the main focus of my practice, which is the allergy elimination.
Okay, so when you talk about that, allergies is such a huge topic, and so many people suffer from them. When you talk about eliminating allergies, I mean, can you really do that, and what is the system all about?
Oh, yes. We eliminate allergies every day, and we do that through NAET therapy, or simply NAET, as I call it for short. This allergy elimination technique, is nothing new. It's been available for over 30 years now, and it's practiced worldwide. There are many NAET practitioners in Chicago. There's one at Northwestern. There's many down in Indianapolis, but in Northwest Indiana, I'm it. And so consequently, I spend a lot of my time trying to educate the public about this unique and very effective method of eliminating allergies. But NAET is natural, it's painless, it's totally non-invasive, it uses no medications or injections, and it treats food allergies, seasonal allergies, which, have really been a problem for people this past year, and even chemical allergies. We even work with anaphylactic cases, such as peanut allergies. And the good thing is, once your allergy is cleared, it's cleared for good. There's no boosters needed. There's no annual recheck. I call those my graduates. They're out the door and on their way.
And that's fantastic. Can you talk, for people who have never heard of this before, when you talk about this method, this NAET, N-A-E-T, and it's natural and it's painless, describe a little bit, say for someone coming in their first time to see you, what might go on during one of the first few sessions, what it kind of is going on in this therapy?
Well, the first time they come in for a NAET session, what I do is I screen them for 18 basics. Those basics are the building blocks of foods that they eat on a daily basis. At this point, I'm not really so concerned that they're allergic to lemons or asparagus. I'm concerned more if they're sensitive to vitamins, minerals, protein, carbohydrates. So we break it down to that level, the cellular level. Once we find out which basics they're allergic to, we eliminate the allergy to those basics one group at a time. Once they are totally clear of all basics, then we look at them again and say, okay, do you have any symptoms left? Many times they will not, because taking care of the basics really takes care of a lot of, other bigger allergies that they may have. Once the basics are clear, their immune system is working appropriately, and they're absorbing the nutrients they need from the foods that they're eating, and their body systems are working as God intended them to do.
Well, that's just fascinating. So when you talk about, say, someone finds a group that they're allergic to and you're working with them, when you talk about clearing their allergy, how is that done through this therapy?
Well, NAET is a combination. NAET was put together, the system was put together by Dr. Devi Namboodirpad, who still works actively out of her clinic in California. And Dr. Namboodirpad was in a unique position because not only was she an MD, or is an MD, she's also a chiropractor and an acupuncturist. So she was able to bring all of these modalities together into one, and she also suffered from very severe lifelong allergies. So this was really a godsend to her as well as the rest of the world.
And now you've had a chance to work with her, haven't you? Have you gone out and studied with her in California?
Yes. I've taken all my training with Dr. Namboodirpad. So, I was really very fortunate and able to do that. And I still make trips back and forth to California so that I can keep updated and learn, the new things that are coming out.
So that's wonderful. So this therapy basically incorporates different modalities, like the acupuncture, like the chiropractic.
It does. But in the NAET therapy, we do not use acupuncture so that we're using needles. Mm-hmm. We actually use acupressure, and we stimulate some very specific points on the body. And this stimulation of these points and these nerve endings help reboot the computer in the brain. So now, instead of reading, oranges as an enemy, as an allergen, it reads them as a friend. Okay, so we're actually reprogramming the way the body reacts to foods, chemicals, and environmentals.
And that's so fascinating because allergies are becoming more and more prevalent, aren't they?
Oh, you know, Emily, researchers are finding through years of study that allergies are at the root of many chronic conditions that people suffer from, including, asthma, eczema, sinusitis, but even conditions like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, arthritis, headaches, migraines, anxiety and panic disorders, depression, acid reflux, and even autism and ADD. They published a study in November of last year in the Journal of Integrative Medicine about using NAET to effectively improve symptoms of autism in children, and remarkable progress is being made there. NAET gets to the root of the problem instead of masking it with medications. So symptoms start to go away naturally on their own. And it's estimated, by the way, that 85 to 90% of chronic conditions have allergies at their root. So if we cut the root, then, again, the symptoms go away naturally on their own.
So that is so interesting because I think so many people take, like you said, take a medication, you're masking the symptoms, and that illness, that problem is still there and just sort of drives it deeper and deeper into the system.
Absolutely.
Wow, so that's really, I mean, the things you listed, like asthma, eczema, sinusitis, chronic fatigue, I mean, all of those, just like acid reflux, those are getting more and more and more common, and I think people will be very interested to know that there's other ways to deal with these things than just taking, a medication, like you suggested. So people are interested in this. How can they find out more about NAET if they want to research a bit on
Well,
their own?
you know, there's an excellent international website, and that is NAET.com, NAET.com. And you can get more information from our website as well, and that's healingartsvalpo.com. There's also many books published on NAET. My favorite to direct people to is Say Goodbye to Your Allergies, and that was written by Dr. Devi Namboodirpad. But it gives an excellent overview of the NAET process, and I encourage people to do their research and become informed consumers. You know, be in charge of your own health care. They need to know that they have options that are very effective in providing the relief that they're seeking. Overall, NAET has an 85% success rate, making it really one of the most effective treatment modalities available today, whether you're considering traditional or alternative care.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's really great to learn about this. For those of you just joining us, you're listening to 219 GreenConnect. I'm Emily Russell, and I'm speaking today with Renee Kimberling about alternative therapies for health. We've been talking so far about the NAET method for allergy elimination. Let's talk a little bit more about another therapy that you mentioned that you offer at Healing Arts Center, which is called the Rossiter system, which is for pain relief. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have not heard about this. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Oh, sure. The Rossiter system is it's a godsend. It is a method of deep connective tissue stretching that gets people out of pain fast. Often we're talking within minutes. The Rossiter coach applies weight to various parts of the body depending on, what areas are in pain. And while the weight is applied, we're going to teach you to do some very specific stretches. And these stretches are much more intense than you can do on your own. And the Rossiter system, I will warn you, is a workout. It's not a walk in the park. But this stretching, what it does is it creates space between the muscle fibers, thereby decreasing the stimulation on the nerve or the pain fibers. But it's highly effective for conditions such as plantar fasciitis or carpal tunnel or tennis elbow, lower back pain, shoulder and neck pain, and sports injuries. But after the Rossiter stretches, the pain relief really should be immediate. And we have a policy, if after doing the stretches you do not feel relief, you don't pay.
That's great. Now, if they get relief during the therapy, is it permanent, or do they have to come in again, or how does that usually work with people?
Well, it depends on how long they've had the pain in that area. You know, if you've been suffering with lower back pain for years, for instance, it may take more than one session to get to the point where you're feeling pain-free most of the time. But I will tell you that people are amazed by the relief they can feel after one session, and that's without medication or injections. What we do is we tell people to come back when the pain starts coming back. Now, for some people, that may be in 2 or 3 days. For other people, it may be 2 or 3 weeks. And for others, it may be never, okay? But you come back when the pain comes back. We do more stretches, and then the next time, that period of relief should be longer and longer and longer until you're feeling pain-free most of the time.
Now, when you separate those muscle fibers then during the stretching, do they stay somewhat separated then? Is that what's giving the pain relief over time?
Yes. You know, when you get a cortisone injection, you've heard of cortisone injections for pain relief? Cortisone works by creating space between those muscle fibers, thereby decreasing that stimulation on the nerve or the pain fibers. So the Rossiter stretches work the same way, okay? It's like a pseudo-cortisone injection.
Without any of the side effects of the cortisone.
Precisely.
Now, is the Rossiter system, is it appropriate for anyone to use then that's having pain?
You know, it's not. Again, the Rossiter system is a workout, and the basic requirement is that a person must be able to get up and down off the floor without assistance. Okay, that's number one. And then also there are some specific contraindications to doing Rossiter, such as if you had blood clotting tendencies, or if you've had any recent surgeries or broken bones, for instance. But for more information, our website can tell you about any contraindications, or you can call our office to get a brochure, or, you know, come in for a free consult. If the Rossiter system is not for you, we do have various other care options to help with pain reduction, like acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, and even reiki. Okay, wow. Now, this is one thing I haven't heard of, and I'm interested in natural health, and I'd never heard of the Rossiter system. Is it something new, or just not well known? Well, it's not new, okay, but it is new to Northwest Indiana. Of course, you know, we like to be groundbreakers here. But actually, we have 2 Rossiter coaches at Healing Arts Center, myself and Benjamin Wood. And I believe we are the only 2 certified coaches in the northern half of the state. I know there are some down in Indianapolis. So let's talk a little bit about who else works at Healing Arts. So it's yourself, and you are a naturopath. You practice the NAET Allergy Elimination, the Rossiter system. Who else works with you, and what are their specialties that they offer at the clinic? Well, I mentioned Benjamin Wood, and Ben is our reflexologist. He is an extremely talented reflexology practitioner, and reflexology is very important for helping stimulate circulation in the body. It's very good for pain reduction. It's very good for body detoxification. He does 2 different types of reflexology, the traditional reflexology, which is just a wonderful experience, very relaxing, but very stimulating at the same time. And then he also does point reflexology. All of the organs and glands in the body are connected through specific acupressure points in the feet or the hands. He works on feet and hands. And he goes through and systematically checks out all of the organs and glands. Whatever is weak, he can build that up. And whatever is overtaxed, he can calm that down. Okay? So that's point reflexology. For someone who has never had reflexology before, I strongly recommend the duo because that's the best of both worlds. That's point reflexology combined with traditional reflexology. And usually he will have you on the table for about an hour and a half. So that's quite a workout. And so now for someone who's never had it done,
And they're on the table for that long. He's working with just your hands and your feet, correct? With points in your hands and your feet? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, fascinating. Go ahead.
And then we also have 2 new therapists that have joined us here at the clinic. One is Dr. Robin Kowecki, and he is a chiropractor. He has been practicing chiropractic for about 20 years now, so he is very experienced, and he actually starts here at the clinic next week, so we're welcoming him. As well as Dr. Jennifer Huang. Dr. Jennifer Huang is an acupuncturist who has been practicing acupuncture here in the United States and also in China and Hong Kong for 30 years. She is a family practitioner in China, and she has a wealth of experience, and her specialties are smoking cessation and weight loss. As well as, of course,
big topic right now in the new year, too. Everyone wanting to lose weight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As well as acupuncture being very, very effective for pain management as well. So we're looking forward to have both of those people join us in January. And then, of course, we have Deb Vandermolen, and Deb is our massage therapist. She does clinical massage, and she is proficient in Swedish massage and deep tissue massage. She also does hot stone therapy and cold stone therapy, and she is also proficient in prenatal massage, which is one of her specialties.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do clients ever come in and get a variety of these done?
Yes, and really the best way, because we do offer so much, is to come in for the free half-hour consult. And, you just sit down and you just talk and tell me what's going on with your life, with your body, and then we can hopefully gear you toward things that are going to be most effective for you.
That makes sense, or point them in the right direction so they get the best results first.
Yes.
So,
and we do our best.
Go ahead.
We do our best to accommodate walk-ins, although it is best to call ahead, But you can reach our clinic at 219-510-5623. And again, we're located at Eastgate Plaza, just north of the Target shopping complex, right off 49. And, of course, our website is a wealth of information, and that's healingartsvalpo.com. We can also mail you brochures if you prefer, but we're always happy to see new faces.
Now, you have at Healing Arts Center, you have a couple upcoming events. Am I correct? Would you like to tell us about those?
Oh, absolutely. January 9th, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., I am doing a presentation at the Valparaiso Public Library. This is a free presentation, and the topic is Defeating Autism with NAET. Okay? We work a lot with autistic and ADD, ADHD at our clinic here, and that is going to give you an excellent overview of the NAET process and how it works specifically with autism.
And can you tell us a little bit more about that? I know that's an important topic for a lot of families that are dealing with children that have autism, and can you tell us a little bit about what you're finding with that when you do work with children with autism and how that can help?
There are many allergic triggers for the development of autistic behaviors. And one that's kind of in and out of the news frequently is vaccinations. I know a lot of families will tell us that they notice no autistic behaviors or ADD behaviors until after the MMR vaccine or after the DTaP vaccine. Okay, so we do identify what those allergic triggers are and eliminate the triggers through NAET, and then the body starts to return to normalcy and the symptoms start to go away. We also find that a lot of autistic children deal with gluten or wheat sensitivities as well as casein, and they also may have sugar sensitivities as well.
And now casein is a protein found in dairy, correct, for people who aren't familiar with that?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, it is.
So now these children, if they come and get the NAET treatments, then they don't have to be on these limited diets after they're cleared, so they'll still see the relief from some symptoms of autism, but be able to eat normally as well?
With NAET, the goal is to get people to eat what they want to eat without having the negative effects. And that's true with autism, and it's true with even arthritis, migraine headaches, fibromyalgia, all of the conditions that we talked about earlier. Now, that doesn't mean that if I clear you for a sugar sensitivity, I say that it's okay to eat 2 pounds of sugar a day. Okay? In fact, sometimes this is a problem with some of our clients who come in, say, with an allergy to chocolate. And they want to eat chocolate, so we clear them of their allergy to chocolate. Now they can eat chocolate. Now they're complaining that they've gained 5 pounds. Well, it's okay to eat chocolate, but don't eat the whole chocolate bar.
Right, that makes sense. Well, that's a wonderful free event you have. Do you have anything else coming up?
Yes, January 23rd. Which is also a Wednesday, I am teaching a class here at the clinic on Healing with Energy 101. This class is a combination of techniques of Reiki and quantum touch and also Qigong. And I'm not certifying you in these techniques. What I'm doing is I'm teaching you what you need to know to be able to work with your own energy and heal yourself as well as maybe family members or other people. That you're concerned about. So it's a great place to get started in energy healing. Energy Healing 101. The cost of that class is $75, and that does include your training manual.
That's wonderful. I think a lot of people need help sort of as a lifestyle, how to adjust your lifestyle, and if you can work with your own energies at home and through a daily lifestyle practice, that would really help out with other treatments you're receiving.
It makes a world of difference. It really does. And it's a fun class, too. We have a very limited amount of people that we take in, like only 6 to 8 people. So there's a lot of practice time. There's a lot of one-on-one. And people are always very satisfied. We offer that class about once a quarter.
Okay. Now you said you're new to Valparaiso, opening your doors here. Do you have an open house coming up?
Oh, we do, and that is going to be Friday, March 1st from 4 to 8 p.m. in the evening, and then also Saturday, March 2nd from 9 to 3. This is an excellent opportunity for the public to come in, and you'll be able to meet all of the practitioners that are here, and then we also give free services that day. We do mini reflexology sessions. I do allergy scans on the computer. We have mini acupuncture treatments that we give. We have free chair massages. So, it's just a way for you to come in and visit us, meet us, and get a little taste of everything that we offer.
Oh, that's fantastic, Renee. Well, now we only have a couple minutes left, but I'd like to just ask you, we have for a lot of people, I think their health and life is a journey, and the journey to find out what kind of natural, health things might work for you. How did you initially get interested in this and become a NAET practitioner and a naturopath?
Well, I was in traditional medicine for about 25 years, and then a funny thing happened. I started getting older, and I started developing some conditions like interstitial cystitis. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's a problem with your bladder where you feel like you have a bladder infection all the time, but you don't. It's interstitial cystitis, and I developed that, and that is something that traditional medicine just doesn't really have much answers for. And so I started reading about alternatives, and I found NAET. And at that time, there was a NAET practitioner over in Plymouth, Indiana, and I started going to her after being virtually in pain for about 2 years. And NAET gave me my life back, and one day she said to me, Renee, you should become a NAET practitioner. And I thought to myself, what? Go back to school? But, about 5 years later, here I am, and I truly believe in NAET with all my heart. I've seen it do miracles. In fact, we have a book here at our clinic called Little Miracles, and that's where our clients have written their stories down and for everyone to read, and that's also on our website.
Thank you, Renee.
Nate, you're welcome.
This has just been so fascinating. We'll have to have you on again. It's been really wonderful. This has been another episode of 219 GreenConnect, and I'm guest host Emily Russell, and we've been talking today with Renee Kimberling of the Healing Arts Center in Valparaiso. Thank you again, Renee.
Thank you, Emily.